Hey awesome squad, what's up? It's Infinite Curiosity. And we're back with another epic video today. Before we dive in, you know the drill, right? If you're not part of our amazing family yet, hit that subscribe button. Smash the notification bell because it's always good vibes and cool content around here. So, no more talking. Let's get into it because today's video is just off the charts. So, check this out. If we're talking about a key player in world history, the Roman Empire is practically the MVP. The most valuable player, the guys from Rome were like the architects of history. First, they started conquering territories you wouldn't even imagine. They had a map that went from England to Egypt and everything in between. It was like the empire that put the eye on international. Their politics were innovative too. They mixed a bit of monarchy, republic, and even a touch of democracy. But, of course, like any good story, there's the dramatic side. Power struggles, barbarian invasions, economic crises. All of that culminated in the fall of the Roman Empire. The early conquests of the Roman Empire were marked by the expansion of the Roman Republic. Initially, Rome consolidated its dominance on the Italian peninsula by winning wars against other city-states. The Punic Wars against Carthage resulted in the annexation of territories in Sicily, Sardinia, and the Iberian Peninsula. Rome expanded to the east, confronting Hellenistic kingdoms. Julius Caesar led successful campaigns in Gaul, significantly enlarging Roman territory. These conquests, spanning from the 3rd to the 1st century BCE, laid the groundwork for the formation of the vast Roman Empire, combining military strategy, diplomacy, and the pursuit of resources. The administrative and economic complexity of the Roman Empire at its peak was remarkable, with a vast territory and diverse cultures under its rule. Rome developed an efficient administrative system, dividing the empire into provinces and delegating authority to local governors. This allowed for tax collection, maintenance of order, and the integration of various regions. Economically, the empire was sustained by advanced agriculture, vigorous trade, and the exploitation of natural resources. The use of currency facilitated transactions and promoted a monetary economy. However, challenges such as high taxation and external pressures contributed to the complexity, highlighting that despite its success, the Roman Empire faced constant balancing acts and challenges in its management. The decision of Diocletian to divide the Roman Empire into two parts, the West and the East, was a significant milestone in an attempt to strengthen governance during a challenging period. Seeking to address administrative complexity and external threats, Diocletian, in 286 AD, creating a tetrarchy. Later, in 293 AD, the empire was officially divided between the West, with Maximian as Augustus, and the East, led by Diocletian. This division aimed to optimize administration, facilitate defense against barbarian invasions, and improve governmental efficiency, while bringing temporary benefits. The division also foreshadowed subsequent challenges, contributing to the eventual fragmentation of the empire into distinct entities over time. During the reign of Diocletian in the late 3rd century, the Roman Empire underwent crucial administrative changes in response to external threats. Diocletian implemented a series of reforms aimed at strengthening the stability and resilience of the empire. He divided the empire into two parts, appointing a co-emperor, and introduced the concept of tetrarchy to improve governance. Additionally, Diocletian fortified the frontier defenses and reorganized the bureaucracy, streamlining administration and centralizing power. These measures were a strategic response to external pressures, such as barbarian invasions, aiming to reinforce the empire's ability to face threats and ensure its long-term stability. In 410 after Christ, Rome witnessed a dark chapter in its history, and the Visigoths, led by Alaric, invaded the Eternal City. The Roman Empire, already shaken by political instabilities and external threats, couldn't withstand the determined invasion of the Visigothic warriors. With its defenses breached, the mighty walls of Rome were penetrated, and Alaric led his men towards the sack of the city. The sacking of Rome by the Visigoths in 410 AD was an unprecedented event and symbolized the collapse of centuries of Roman rule. The sack not only resulted in the plundering of treasures, but also deeply shook the confidence of a city that was considered invincible. His remarkable invasion not only left scars on the city itself, but also reverberated throughout the Roman Empire, signaling irreversible changes in its fate. The Visigothic invasion was a crucial episode, highlighting the vulnerability for Rome that once deemed itself impenetrable, and foreshadowing subsequent events that led to the decline of the Roman Empire. In the 4th century, a new and formidable threat emerged on the borders of the Roman Empire: the Huns. This nomadic confederation, led by leaders like Attila, quickly gained a reputation as fierce warriors and ruthless conquerors. The rise of the Huns posed a considerable threat to the stability of the Roman Empire, already shaken by internal crises and external pressures. The Huns were masters of mounted warfare and skilled archers. Becoming a feared military force, their relentless advance threatened Roman borders, causing panic and displacement of entire populations. The Hun threat was one of the factors leading to large-scale migrations of various Germanic groups towards the heart of the empire. Rome's response to this threat varied, with different emperors attempting to negotiate, bribe, or confront the Huns. In 451 AD, the Battle of the Catalaunian Plains was fought between Roman forces, led by Attila, and a Roman Visigothic coalition. Although the battle resulted in a tactical defeat for the Huns, it marked a symbolic turning point, demonstrating that the invaders were not invincible. However, the Hun threat persisted. Attila's death in 453 AD temporarily relieved the pressure, but the Huns continued to be an influential force in the region. Eventually, factors such as internal pressures, succession disputes, and the fragmentation of the empire contributed to the assimilation of the Huns into the geopolitical order of Europe. The rise of the Huns and their threat to the stability of the Roman Empire represented one of the most significant challenges in late Roman history. This narrative highlights not only the military and geopolitical aspects, but also the complexity of interactions between established empires and nomadic societies that shaped the course of. In the year 476 AD, a crucial chapter unfolded in the history of the Western Roman Empire, marking the closure of a millennial-long era. This was the year when the last Roman emperor, Romulus Augustulus, was deposed, signaling the end of a grand civilization that had once dominated vast stretches of the known world. The decades leading up to this event witnessed a series of challenges, both internal and external, that irreversibly weakened the structure of the Western Roman Empire. Internal divisions, political instability, economic crises, and barbarian threats had eroded the foundations of what was once an unquestionable power. Romulus Augustulus, popularly known as Romulus Augustulus the Little, ascended to the throne on October 31st, 475 AD. He came to power amidst a turbulent environment, where imperial authority was frequently contested by different factions and ambitious generals. At the age of 16, Romulus Augustulus was more a pawn in the intricate political tapestry than a leader capable of reversing the already sealed fate of the empire. The crisis reached its culmination when Odoacer, a Germanic military chief, marched upon Rome in 476 AD. Odoacer's forces besieged the city, and Romulus Augustulus was forced to abdicate the throne. Without bloodshed, this symbolic act marked the official end of the Western Roman Empire. Odoacer sent the imperial insignia to Constantinople, formally acknowledging the Eastern Emperor as his superior. The Byzantine Emperor, in turn, accepted the reality that the West was effectively beyond his control. Despite being a seemingly peaceful event, the deposition of Romulus Augustulus represented a significant turning point. What followed was the fragmentation of the West into barbarian kingdoms, marking the beginning of the Middle Ages. The Roman Empire, which had resisted for centuries, finally succumbed to the pressure of internal and external forces. It is important to emphasize that the fall of the Western Roman Empire did not mean the end of Roman culture or legacy. On the contrary, many aspects of Roman society, governance, law, and culture were preserved and incorporated into the civilizations that followed. The year 476 AD remains a symbolic date in Western history, representing the end of an era and the beginning of a new phase that would shape the future development of Europe. The narrative of the fall of Romulus Augustulus is, therefore, a testament to the complexity and fragility of imperial structures and, at the same time, a reflection on the resilience of Roman culture that continued to influence the course of history for centuries to come. And that's the video, folks. If you liked it, don't forget to subscribe to the channel to help us reach 1,000 subscribers. Drop a like if you enjoyed the video, and remember to leave suggestions for videos you want me to make in the comments. Thanks. See you later.